Just want to talk a little bit today about the Eighth Amendment. Um, you know, there it is. You can see, excessive bail, cruel and unusual punishment. Pretty straightforward. Um, you know, so what is cruel and unusual punishment? Whose job is it to interpret cruel and unusual punishment? It's the Supreme Court's. And this is one question that they've really left alone a lot. You can see the Gregg versus Georgia case. Um, they pretty much said that the death penalty is extreme and suitable to the most extreme of crimes. So basically, they were saying that you can give the death penalty where somebody else dies. They've also ruled that you can't give somebody death in a rape case. They basically said that somebody must die in order to um, give out the death penalty. Um, Again, not a lot here, but you obviously have to know what the Eighth Amendment is and what it's about. So there's that. I also want to go back a little bit and just talk a little more about the right to privacy, and just let you know that privacy is not mentioned um, expressly in the Bill of Rights, but it's referred to in a lot of places, and you can see them listed here. 1, 3, 4, and 5 all have certain privacy things that go with them. And I mentioned Griswold the one day, so I wanted to talk about it a little bit. It's not Clark Griswold from the Vacation movies. It's actually Estelle from the 1879 Connecticut law, challenging that law that basically that outlawed contraception. Um, and the pill, condoms, all that stuff was criminalized by this Connecticut law. Um, and she said, "Look, this is goes against my privacy," and the Supreme Court um, agreed with her. Excuse me. That really leads up to Roe versus Wade, um, and Jane Roe, um, who is really Norma McCorvey, challenged the Texas law um, only allowing abortions to save the life of the mother. Um, and again, Roe argued that this was a right to privacy issue, and Supreme Court struck down that Texas law by a 7-2 vote. Couple challenges to this. Webster, the Webster case, um, the Supreme Court basically said that a Missouri law that prohibited abortion in a public operated hospital or clinic was constitutional. So a state can do that. Um, in a case in this state, um, Planned Parenthood versus Casey, Supreme Court ruled that you can place limits um, on a woman's right to have an abortion. So you can have a waiting period, you can require parental consent, you can look at it in that way. So I just wanted to go over those things, and I hope everybody's enjoying their break, and we'll see you back on January 2nd.